Thank you. Hello, London and surrounding areas. This is Gary McNeil.
And this is Keith Smith.
Steve, not Steve Downey. Okay. And Carl King on the camera here. Once again, this is our first home game. London going against the Northeastern Jets. And like last week and the week before, I told you I'd give us 8 quarters to get it together. It seemed like 6 quarters. And you can see quite a different team. This team is nowhere near the two type of teams that we just played. So you have some information on them, Keith?
Well, first of all, I just want to say about London, I'm real proud of the kids the way they bounced back in the second half last week. I look forward to tonight being a great game for them. They've got to just stay focused and just do their thing and not get so caught up in what the other team's doing. Speaking of the other team, what do you get when you cross 2 300-pound tackles, a 260-pound fullback, and a 233-pound quarterback? What do you get, Gary?
I wasn't going to ask, but I'm sure you're going to tell me.
You get the Northeastern Jets, and that's a fairly decent football team. They're 1-1. Got beat by Urbana last week, but they did shut out Kenton Ridge in their home opener. So, very good football team, always very well coached. Somebody I think London is going to have a good ball game against tonight.
Yeah, they seem like they're getting better every week. They scored last week in the second quarter. They held a super team to 1 touchdown in the second half. So they're showing progress every week. And I keep telling you, people, don't give up on these kids because they're going to surprise some people before the year's out. But like I say, most of them are sophomores, 2 or 3 starters. We've got a few people out for various reasons. But hang around, folks. We've got a good football game coming here. So if I can keep my voice long enough, if I don't, I'm sure Keith will. And by the way, Keith, I've had quite a few people want to know why you always grinning as soon as the camera gets on. They see. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome the London High School Marching Band along with some of the alumni. We'll see if we can get some close-ups from time to time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the London High School Marching Band.
Hey, Mr. O'Farrell.
How we doing?
Good.
Why don't you skip those last couple of games?
Earl, I used to do this for about 30-some years.
Oh, did you?
You probably know what you're doing then, don't you?
Hey, thank you. Let's do our best.
What?
Terry Saturday outside. Did Dad ever go off on you?
It's kind of scary. But they're heading north.
There we have some of the alumni. I know one of them is Bev Whitelow.
I saw him out here at the high school this week practicing a little bit. So.
Do you know who any of those people are?
No, I don't, Gary.
I probably know him if I was down on the floor with him. I can't really tell from here.
I think we're fine. You can hang around if you want and stuff.
Looking at the monitor here, I don't see too many of them that I know, other than some of the high school kids. See if we can get the lineup of the drum majors in the front there. I don't think I know any of them either.
I remember the guy on the left. I remember him leading the band. Matter of fact, I think I remember them all, really.
Apparently we got a slight delay while we're waiting on the guys from the American Legion to find their formation to bring the flag down the field.
And we got a big football game to put on this tape, too, so we got to be careful about time. Come on, band, get it on. American Legion's been around for a long time. I'm up. Don't forget to get the flag. One of the guns didn't go off.
Well, Gary, looks like we got a pretty good crowd tonight. They're slowly coming into the stadium.
Yeah, nice turnout for the first home game.
Pretty nice night. Got a line of thunderstorms coming through the Dayton area. Hard to tell if we'll get hit with those or not. Let's hope for a nice, clean night of football.
I got a feeling when I come up to Springfield, they were like going north, and we hadn't had any rain over here at all. Don't forget the flag people to your left. We have the Northeastern Jets coming in. They're coming in at a slow crawl. Oh, they got a big banner they're going to bust through, so they'll break theirs first, and then London will break theirs second. Got the cheerleaders up front of the banner, Carl. There we go. Get a wide shot of everybody.
Oh, that sounded just like the owner of the place. I was afraid I was going to say something really dumb. You know, sometimes your brain says...
Okay, I'm holding until we have the Northeastern Jets. And there is a whole lot of beef on that team there, Keith.
Well, I'll tell you what, they're big, Gary, and what we're going to see tonight's a contrast in styles between the Northeastern Jets and the London Red Raiders, and we'll get into that a little bit more as the contest develops here. But here comes the Red Raiders through their new sign.
Yep, get some close-up and get some fire when they come down the field.
It's like Wes Handenberg and Josh Dicken, the captains, are going to break the banner.
That's an old sign. It's a breakaway sign.
Huh?
That's a breakaway sign.
Yeah.
I mean, they put it back together.
Yeah.
Same sign. Yeah, use that sign every game, every week. All right. There you have the London Red Raiders. Like I said before, Keith, I think we're just about 8 quarters away from a new and improved team. So now I got to make it happen, I guess, some kind of way.
Well, once London finally made some adjustments to stop the Big Walnut running attack, the second half was a totally different ball game up at Sunbury. So you know, it's one of those positive things you just got to build on. Tonight we'll hopefully see a lot of positive things that London can build on.
And then you got another situation where this team is nowhere near the caliber of the two teams that we just played. So this ought to be a real good contest.
Well, Northeastern went 6-5 last year. They did manage to make the playoffs, though. But they lost their first game in the playoffs to Bainbridge Paint Valley, 38-20. So. Or 30-28, so they lost by 2 points in their first playoff game that they've been in a while. So they're hoping to go back to the playoffs this year.
What division they in?
Northeastern's a Division 5 school. London's a Division 3 school. So
Here they come.
looks like number 20, Chris Hicks, on the run back there. He's one of their wide receivers.
Number 34. That was
Nick.
DeFilippo.
What we're going to see out of Northeastern tonight is they sometimes run a wing tee offense, which is what we saw against Tecumseh. They've been warming up tonight a lot of pro I.
Look at the size of that line. 72's got to be 300 pounds.
Well, they average about 260 going across the front, 2 300-pound tackles. Their quarterback's 233. That man right there is 260-pound Matt Paul.
Matt Paul, he was a load for us last year when we had to deal with him.
We're going to hear the name Matt Paul over and over tonight, and Northeastern's going to be satisfied. If they can get 3 to 4 yards of rush out of him, they'll easily take 12 to 15 plays going down the field and eat up some time on the clock. And
Josh Dickens was a tackler on that play there. As Matt Paul come through, it looked like he might have picked up 3 yards. We got 2nd and 7. This is London versus Northeastern Jets. London Red Raiders.
that's a big quarterback still with the ball. Nobody around.
And he was cut real big time by Dickens.
Oh, we see Josh Dickens back playing defense again. Hopefully that concussion's kind of out of the way and put that behind him. And you know, they need him out there. He's their leader. He's their big player.
That's one of those tackles you don't see too often. It's more like a roll block tackle.
Problem with that is you commit everything to the legs, and if he hops over you, at 233 pounds, I don't know if he's going to run away from too many people, but he did a nice job with his fake catch.
Yeah, it looked like he's moving out pretty decent.
That's fumble. No?
I got a feeling that's Matt Paul. Let me see. Yep.
Tell you what, he's a load. We got him listed at 252 in the program. I saw him listed as high as 270 in the Springfield Papers early media guide. So
Yeah, they
must be playing at his svelte weight, his thinned down version of 252 then.
He's a Buffalo package all by himself.
See a different package this time. This is a straight what you call robust T or a full house backfield. That's West, the quarterback. He's running a lot.
He goes up, he knocks off another first down and then some.
Well, you're going to see two quarterbacks tonight share the quarterbacking duties, and Coach Wasserman from Northeastern doesn't have a problem with that. You're going to see another young man by the name of J.R. Clark, who's a junior. He'll play some quarterback tonight too, and then they'll move Ben West, the present quarterback, to tight end. So.
Right. Yeah, I know. Wasserman was saying that he's going to play two quarterbacks So
That's Shane Schaefer, the sophomore there, 5'7", 144, running the ball. They're looking pretty.
pounding out the yardage, man.
Yeah, they're running behind their bubbas is what we call them.
Seen Matt Russell in on the tackle.
Well, hopefully London's going to get the same defensive unit on the field for a little bit of time tonight. It seemed like there was a lot of changes the past couple weeks. Had some defensive starters out. So.
Another handoff to Matt Paul. And he drives and drives before he's upended.
It looks like Tyler Blake's 77 in there and 50 Derek Wallace on the tackle.
Okay. DeFilippo's in there strong.
He must have been down there on the bottom. I didn't catch him in there.
DeFilippo's number 34.
Oh, this is going to bring up third and about a foot, looks like.
So look for Matt Paul.
That would probably be a no-brainer there, Gary.
I see a quarterback sneak is automatic.
Well, 233-pound quarterback, you might just bring him in there. That's Paul. That's
And
a
he's
first
gonna-
down. Well, Dustin Denon, 99's been in there. His job's just to clog up the middle, make as big a mess of a pile as he can, and he did that there, but unfortunately Matt Paul was already by him.
Yeah, Denon's a pretty good sized guy too.
Yeah, he goes 320 pounds.
They're grinding out a lot of clock. We're down to 8:18 in the first quarter. There's no score.
So in the option, going to Shaner. He's got the corner. That's Matt Russell over there.
He's still up.
Looks like Pat O'Farrell finally made the tackle for the Red Raiders there, number 55.
32.
Jordan Brock. Looks like Jordan's kind of coming up a little limp there.
Jordan Brock is in on that tackle too. You have that lull you to sleep driving up the middle, and the next thing they swing something to the outside. And yeah, obviously they can score because they had 28 points. And
Actually, in their two ball games, they only scored 13 against Urbana, but they beat Kenton Ridge 24-0. So they're used to putting the ball in the end zone. And this is the way they do it right here. Who the heck had the football? I thought Matt Paul, number 40, had the
Yeah.
football. Of course, Carl knew he had the football. He was probably following the guy. He's up there shaking his head, going, "Yeah, you're right."
Russell and Blake was in on that tackle that time after a gain of about 3 yards, which was all done by the ball carrier.
That's going to bring up second and 7 on the London 8, the London 9-yard line. So Northeastern can't get a first down here. Puts a man in motion. Pitch back to Paul around the left-hand side. Russell's out there. Nice tackle.
Cut him down. Matt Russell makes the initial tackle. Then he had a little help, but Matt got smart. He got to wrap them ankles up.
Grab the ankles, don't grab the thighs. The thighs are coming at you hard, but good tackle by Matt.
Get them ankles. Something got to give.
Well, the other thing I like about Matt was his pursuit across out of his inside linebacker position. He kept his head up, kept his eye on the runner, shuffled nicely, kept the blocker off him, and made the tackle.
Good job. On the opposite side,
Oh, they're going to pass.
and he's there.
It's Chris Hicks out
Touchdown.
there. Touchdown. Well, Gary, that just ruined my trivia question for the night. So
What was the trivia
I
question?
was going to ask you who was the leading passer on the Northeastern Jets football team. And up to this point, it was number 40, Matt Paul, who had 2 completions on the year. And up to this point, Ben West had only had 1 completion on the year. So needless to say, no wonder why the Red Raiders were surprised by the pass pattern that time. So now we got Hicks tied for 2 and Paul tied for 2. So extra point looks up and looks good by
We have
Cosmo.
a score of 7-0 at 6:21 to go in the first quarter. Jets marched right down the field, took it to us.
Well, I think that's something we can expect to see quite a bit out of Northeastern. They're just going to bring it at you. You know, with those big linemen. Now comes the trick to see what London can do. I think London's going to hold a tremendous speed advantage on the offense versus Northeastern's defense. They do have an all-state performer back by the name of Blake Flora, who was all-state Division 5 last year as a linebacker. So, you know, London's going to need to contain him. We'll hear his name a lot tonight. He's number 36. So.
We got Brock and Myers back deep for Langdon. D. Philippos for the up men along with Russell. This Matt Paul does it all.
Yep. Well, I'd be fearful of my life if I was the ball and saw him coming at me, getting ready to kick me.
That's a big man.
He's only a junior, Gary.
He don't look that fat to me.
No, he's big. Nice kick. Actually, London's got to pick that up. They learned their lesson 2 weeks ago. Sean Myers coming back.
If he gets loose there, he could be... I knew Myers was going to pick it up. I think he was looking for his hole. Because Myers is looking for a touchdown every time he touches the ball.
Well, Gary, last week we didn't see much success at all in the Red Raiders running attack. I mean, a lot of positives last week, like 33 Wes Andenberg. I mean, he ran hard, did a wonderful job, but London just suffered too many quarterback sacks. The actual stats for the ball game ended up with London having 16 total yards rushing offense on 42 carries. So
have Gillespie down at the lower part of your
I was going to mention Gillespie again. He was a real bright spot for him last week, I think, too, the way he came back to the ball and made quite a few catches. So.
And we got a sack right off the bat. As Dickens sets up the throw, and no sooner he got his arm, he faked the pass. They were on it.
Well, I'd say Northeastern's been watching some game film of the Big Walnut and the Tecumseh games. You know, they come out with a 2 defensive end set and got their defensive ends wide, and London tackles aren't able to get out there to kick them out. So they were in Dickens' face before he even got the ball hardly.
Yeah, and you're also looking at Wasserman. He's a very veteran coach.
Oh, yeah.
He's a very good coach.
That's a pitch to Brock around the left side. That's a nice
got a little room.
Unfortunately, that's coming back.
Turns the corner. They got a flag.
I believe that was a cut block from the wide receiver, and he's not eligible to do that.
So we'll see what happens here.
The idea behind the spread offense is just exactly what they did right there, which is get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick. Get it either to a receiver or get it pitched somewhere, so that way you can spread across the field, make the defense pursue. You know, this all too often for London is, you know, Dickens turns one way or the other, and he's got a man in his face. So, that was a nice play.
So, but it went all for naught as we kick off a big penalty. Clipper.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, referee's got a mic.
Oh, that's a new first for London.
Yeah, London, how about that? First one I've seen.
Well, we saw one over Jonathan Alder.
Yeah, Jonathan Alder.
Well, that's going to bring up second and about 25. 28 is what the scoreboard says. Got Brock in the backfield. Gillespie down to the low side. DeFilippo's at tight end tonight. That's a new switch for this offense. Dickens going to try to run it.
And there's nowhere to go. He got bottled up behind one of his blocker. And next thing you know, there's 2 defenders there. Brian Pinch is in on that tackle. As Dickens had nowhere to go.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 27. You'd think an obvious passing situation for London, but I think at this point you just want to maybe try to get some field position here. So when you punt, it's not going to put you in such bad shape.
Well, they got everybody split to this side.
You risk a sack situation down that close. And London seems to be a little confused, so they're going to take a timeout. So we got a score of 7-zip with 4:44 left to go in the first quarter.
I've had a lot of comments on this offense. And a lot of people trying to figure out what are we doing, just standing out there trying to figure out what to do instead of going to a huddle or whatever. You want to explain that?
Well, I mean, the idea behind it, I mean, there's a couple good positives to it. However, this is, you know, you see it work on TV. You see Purdue do it, you see Northwestern do it. You know, it got them a couple Big Ten football championships. Suddenly, you got every high school in Ohio trying some version of the spread. You know, I think it might be...
Here comes the B, Carl.
Here comes the B's. I think actually, you know, with London's player personnel situation, I don't think it's such a bad idea to be trying a spread type offense.
Oh, I'm not knocking it. I'm just more or less playing to a lot of people who have asked me questions, and I don't have a whole lot of answers for them because I'm not the coach.
The concern I have is, you know, communication seems to be the problem right away. Whether it's the kids learning a new system or whatever, you can still huddle and be in a spread offense. So, you know, London doesn't have to sacrifice that huddle every time.
Well, no huddle, obviously don't let him take him off there.
That's Dickin going deep to Alcott. Nobody there.
The defender made a good play on it, too. The way he came down, he really hung up Alcott's arm there.
Yeah, that was Bryce Hensley. He was all over Sean Alcott, or Josh Alcott, I'm sorry.
And that was no surprise to Northeastern. Obviously, you know they were looking for.
That's going to bring in Jordan Brock, number 32, to punt the ball away for London. He's standing on his own goal line, so Northeastern's their offense is predicated on field position, and they're going to get what they wanted, which is going to be pretty decent.
Got a pretty decent kick, and it's going to get a bounce our way. They take the ball on the 46-yard line.
That's Hicks who scored the touchdown.
He was smacked hard, finally, by number 50.
Derek Wallace and Wes Anderberg in there.
Wallace and Anderberg. I think Anderberg stood him up, and Wallace cracked. So we have at 4:25 to go. And they got a penalty right into the kicker. Of course, that's only a minor. That's only 5 yards.
Well, yeah, that's one of the changes in high school this year, Gary. Previously, it was always 15 yards and an automatic first down. In this case, with London being, you know, 4th and 29 or whatever they was, that would automatic the first down anyway, even with the 15-yard penalty. However, high schools adapted to the college and the pro punting rule, whereas if it's an accidental or if you get blocked into the kicker, it's just a 5-yard penalty, not an automatic first down. But if you run in the kicker with his leg up in a position where he could get hurt, it's a 15-yard automatic first down.
And they refused the penalty call. Keith, they turned it down. I couldn't say nothing, Carl, because once Keith gets on a roll, I just sit there and listen because I can't say nothing. And I can't talk anyway, so. First and 10 on the 49-yard line. 7-0, and Jets are in control once again.
Same full house T backfield with a man in motion. I'll tell you what, that's Hicks. He's running the ball good.
Like he come off tackle and was gone. So does it take a whole lot of speed, or does it take good blocking and execution?
Well, I think it's a combination. Well-coached kids, big physical football players. London's got to make some adjustments here. I think we talked a little bit in the first half of the Big Walnut game, whether they were making quick enough adjustments with their defense, because they're going to have to pinch in here. I mean,
well, this is a different type of team. Most of the other teams were not that much of a powerhouse. They had a lot of speed.
There we go.
And he was hung up at the line of scrimmage. He may have picked up a yard.
Well, nice run by number 5 there, Schaefer. But what I liked that I saw was Ty Blake basically slipping his blocker and trying to get in that backfield and keeping that quarterback honest. You know, and Ty Blake being maybe a little bit smaller of a defensive lineman, kind of along the lines of Jordy. Not nearly as quick as Jordy, I don't think, who played last year. But
Gossard was your tackler on that play there.
So London needs somebody who can get in that backfield and disrupt the play.
Got a man in motion.
That's Paul in motion. Quick pitch out. Couple big blockers out in front of him.
Over 31, Matt Russell.
It's like Josh Dickon also in on the
Josh
tackle.
Dickens also, but Russell's moved. And we had a holding penalty, I think. Russell got run over. How big is the guy who's carrying the ball?
Actually, it wasn't that big. I thought that was number 5, Shane Schaefer, 144 pounds, sophomore. The problem is he had number 40, Matt Paul, out there in front of him. I didn't catch the play, but it's going to bring up second and...
Paul would be a senior, shouldn't he?
Paul's a junior.
He's only a
He
junior.
played a heck of a game last year as a sophomore, so... I'll tell you what, if anything, over the summer, he don't look quite as pudgy as he was.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He looks pretty solid.
He looks pretty solid. Second and 17 for the Jets. Oh, mix up in the backfield. Gossard's there, nice tackle.
Good job.
That's what London needs.
67, Gossard. Billy. So another loss of about 3 or 4 yards there.
That's what I think London lacked a little bit. Maybe their first couple of games was good penetration from the defensive tackles. And Gossard and Ty Blake and Denon seem to be in there mixing it up. And I noticed a New Jersey in there. Josh Duffy's in there now. So
Makes it 3rd and 21. So big thing on that, what I'm seeing is aggressiveness. London's they get more aggressive. They'll make plays.
That's West back to pass. Edley's coming
A
on.
little screen pass. And
to Paul.
Paul.
Oh my goodness, it's like a freight
he's
train.
got an open reel. And he's going to go the distance. So much for no speed.
Well, I think London got caught being a little bit over-aggressive here rushing the quarterback, but you can't blame London for being over-aggressive.
Well, it just goes back to what I just said a while ago. They have a coach who's been in the ranks for 30 or 40 years.
He saw the tendency
He's
of
seen
London.
it all.
London was starting to penetrate very quickly off of the defensive line. He took advantage of that.
So now we're looking at a 13-0 pending the extra point. And still got just under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Wide right. So
well, that screwed up the Springfield News, the Wizard prediction, who he predicted 14-0 Northeastern. So
yeah, but they've already got 13, and we still got 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
I really do see London being able to get some touchdowns here. I mean, I think they've strung enough positive things together over the past 2 weeks. I know maybe that looks so good, 1 touchdown in 2 weeks, but the second half against Big Walnut, they started to do some good positive things. And I look for London to come back and get a couple touchdowns.
I'm hoping that I predicted that we was going to do a lot better this game, but by the same token, we run up against a lot different type of team. And they say they can't. They're not fast, but Paul didn't have any trouble outrunning our backs that
Tell
time.
you what, he was pretty impressive, wasn't he?
I thought it was all right to me.
He's no Charlie Smith, but man, I don't know if I'd want to get in front
Well, the thing of it is, the speed that he was running, if you get in front of him, he's going to run over you.
Yeah.
Somebody might not have wanted to tackle him.
Carl might have been able to tackle him, but not me.
Well, Carlson down in Arlington, see, that's where they practice pulling them coal trains around. They go out to the railroad yard and hook a strap on them and pull a coal train. That's what they call it, coal train car.
And you believe those stories.
Yeah.
Carl's up there shaking his head, I'll bet.
As long as he's not shaking the camera.
Now we got a different kickoff, man. Paul's not kicking off right now. Maybe he's a little winded. Here comes Shane Myers back for the Red Raiders. Oh, he's got
a
room.
line.
He get past Flora.
He's going to be forced out of bounds on about the 40-yard line.
That All-State linebacker there just kind of hunted him down. A nice run by Sean Myers.
I couldn't see exactly where he took the ball. It looked like about a 15-yard return.
Well, once again, we know, London's got to make some adjustments during the game here. So, whether it's keep a tight end in or keep two tight ends in, I don't know what it's going to be, but they got to keep those defensive ends off of their quarterback. And look how open the middle is right there. I don't know if we can catch that on the screen, but two defensive tackles and two linebackers playing quite far off the ball. They've successfully spread Northeastern. Nice run by Jordan Brock.
Jordan Brock, he's going to pick up.
That's first down.
First down, or pretty close to it. He scampered to the left side of the field. And Weibel made the tackle, but they said move the chains. 1:46 to go in the first quarter. I would like to see us get a score here in the first quarter. And just for a confidence builder.
Confidence builder, I'd say there.
I might bring my Windex out here and clean this window in front of me. We can't take these out like they did up at the Big Walnut.
Don't tell anybody we took them windows out. Oh, he meets Mr.
Good for
Flora
about
there.
5.
One difference is some of the colleges play this offense in almost a hurry-up mode. London's playing a spread, but it's not really a hurry-up spread.
Well, what it does, it keeps the defense from changing any defensive players the way we're doing it. And I think it's designed to be a hurry-up spread once they get it down the way they want it. Right now, it's still in the learning stages.
We are keeping the tight end DeFilippo out a little bit. That's Jordan Brock around the right-hand side.
He's looking for a hole, nowhere to go. We might get a yard. Before he's brought down by 73, I believe it is.
It'll be Phil Van Dyke, 6'5".
77.
77.
At least that's what the announcer said. I don't see a 77 out there.
All I look down here and see is 290-pound kids. 77's 293 pounds. 75 is 293 pounds.
Where's
also.
the beef? So we got
3rd and 1.
17 seconds. We might let the clock run out. Dickens going up under the center this time. 3rd and 1.
They might try to draw him off here. No, Dickens going to keep it on the keeper.
And he got the one.
That's first down.
Thought I seen him stretching there for a second. I said, oh, Lord, they're going to turn the ball over. But he was able to keep it.
Well, Gary, that's going to be it. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. So London's behind by a little.
13-0 in favor of the Jets. But London's got 1st and 10 on the 41-yard line. So we're on the move. Got to see the cheerleaders working extra hard tonight. This is their first home game. London's picked up a couple first downs this last series, so things are looking better.
I don't know if Carl, from his angle, can pick up the crowd tonight, but pretty decent crowd for a home opener for the Red Raiders.
Well, I wish we had another camera with us. We'll have, one of them's in the shop right now. I get a shot of Carl's setup up there. He's protected from the weather. He's got a tent. Yeah, it's a pretty decent crowd. But, no matter what you see tonight, folks, keep coming, because these kids can only get better. Once they learn this system, it's going to take time. You're talking about a lot of young kids, underclassmen. It's going to take some time.
Well, this has probably got to be one of the toughest London schedules I've seen in a long time. And looks like Dickens going to go back to his regular shotgun formation. Brock in the backfield. DeFilippo, the tight end, up at the top of your screen. Myers now caught to the bottom. It's pass to Myers.
Myers tries to split the seam. He's yanked forward up to the 30-yard line.
kind of a quick out there, but
I didn't watch Dickens. Did he get hit?
no, actually I didn't look. I didn't watch either.
Awful
So.
close to get hit. Did Dickens get hit, Carl? Okay. I know he held the ball to the last second when he was making the release.
Well, the Jets are really, I mean, they're very much spread. I don't know if, this opens up that off tackle run for Jordan Brock. I mean,
The Jets are spread to try to force us to do something in their favor.
oh yeah,
As I saw him move in,
and that's it right there.
they moved in real close as Dickens brought down another sack.
Josh Stoltz, a linebacker. And
If you watch that defense, they're showing a spread, but as soon as something gets down ready to make the call, they'll move in.
well, that time they showed blitz. They had Blake Flora, their All-State linebacker, come in and got into a nose guard position. So kind of created a little bit of confusion there for London. And that's a good coach team will do that to you. Try to keep you off balance. Going to pitch to Brock, coming around the right-hand side. Nice kick out there by O'Farrell, but not much room there. It's going to bring up 4th and 4 for the Raiders.
And we're in, I guess we could kick from here. I don't know if we got anybody can kick much further than that right now. What'd you say, Carl? You don't think so? It's on the 40-yard line, shoot for the coffin corner.
Punt the ball. I think I'd go for it if I was London.
A quick kick would work.
Well, and Brock is in the backfield there, so if they snap it to him, they might try something like that.
And he's awful close to get a quick kick off.
Nice pass by Dickens. It's like Gillespie made the catch. Nice.
Gillespie.
I was impressed by him last week.
I know, I saw him to his parents this week and I said, well, I hope you give Gillespie his dues. Well, Gillespie, you got some more dues, pal. When I see them, I'll tell them they owe me a Coca-Cola or a Pepsi or something. Not promoting anybody's drink. 7-Up, okay. Carl said he wants a 7-Up. I'll take water.
Now we got Edley checking in the ball game, tight end position.
Shot it on now. The war drums are beating down below. First and 10 on the 25-yard line. Things are looking up. Dickens keeper.
I'll tell you what, he took number 14 with him, West, the other quarterback. So.
And we had a little push and shove in there, so things are getting heated up down there.
A nice run by Dickens, though. Nice
Right.
run.
He might have got about 5 yards on that. Second down as number 5 goes in the game.
.8:34 left to go in the second quarter here. Something positive going on for London right now. Dickens going to roll left, maybe pitch to Brock.
Brock didn't stay with him. Dickens looking for home. Touchdown, Dickens. Dickens wasn't giving that ball up. He seen pay dirt, and he said, here I come. Looks a lot like that game I played on the other night when we played Lemon Monroe. Josh was only a sophomore. I'm sure he saw it. He's still running the same way, so we're in the second quarter.
I'll tell you what, a couple things happened on that play. One is they committed their defensive end to taking out Jordan Brock to make sure there's no man to pitch to. Dickens did a wonderful job with the fake. The second thing that happened there is Kyle Gillespie did a wonderful job blocking downfield. He had 2 guys in front of him, and he kept pushing away, and he created a shield for Dickens to make that run.
Mars' point is blocked.
A little trouble with the hold there. It looks like we're going to have to score 13-6 Northeastern with 8:20 to go in the second quarter.
All right. I got you, Carl. Now with 8:20 to go in the second quarter, this game is moving right along.
A lot of running plays. Well, Northeastern got 2 touchdowns. I'm not surprised that London didn't quit. I mean, I figured they'd hang in there. I think that they know it's going to take 3 or 4 touchdowns to win this ball game.
Oh, I knew they wouldn't quit. It's just a matter of getting things right where they want it and getting the people doing the things the coach wants them to do. They showed that last week in the second quarter. There's London, man.
There comes London, man. Let's see what London does with the kickoff tonight.
And we will be bringing the band to you. I have a grandmother out there who's been asking about the band, and we couldn't bring them last week because it depends on what side of the field we're on. The band always plays to the home side, and a lot of the away games we're not on the home side, so we don't film the backs of the band. We film them when they're facing us. So tonight you will get the band.
Looks like Sean Myers is going to kick off from the near hash mark. Probably try to keep that ball down. And
Oh, he got some photo in that down the 10-yard line.
trying to keep it away from number 20, Hicks.
Hicks is running wide. He's still on his feet. He's up to 35, about the 37-yard line.
I was trying to catch some numbers there on the tackles. Looks like Darren Sanders for the Red Raiders on the tackle, and Aaron Roby, number 3.
About a 27-yard return.
Nice return, figuring as far as he ran across the field.
Yeah, that's another 35, 40 yards across the field to get to his blockers. So with 8:11 to go in the second quarter.
Real important defensive situation here for London. I think if they can get a quick stop, it's going to be an incredible confidence booster for this.
We're doing a lot of moving out there.
Hey, got to adjust. That's West pitching back to number 5, Schaefer.
And they adjusted us as Schaefer goes for a first down.
Well, Schaefer's one
And then
he ran back that long kickoff, so I think he'd be a little tired, but he's sucking it up and going. It's like man down for London.
50,
Ooh, he's one of our two-way players, too.
55.
We don't want to lose him.
O'Farrell.
There's a trainer on the spot there, Gary, and put another plug for Amy, I think her name is.
Jill Trader.
Jill, I'm sorry.
See, now, Carl, you're going to say I'm almost... yeah, like he's Steve. So let's take a break here. Mike getting most shots of the crowd. I know you can't reach the concession stand. You can't get around that far, can you? Okay.
That looks like O'Farrell's up. That's a good thing. London's going to have to bring in another linebacker. Look for... who is checking into the ball game?
O'Farrell looked like he might have got the wind knocked out of him. But he's a gamer. Get a good shot of some of the crowd.
Goes back in there now. Looks like they're going to take Dickin off of defense for a while now. So
Oh, he's in there for him, 23. Gillespie. Kyle's pretty fast.
have a new formation this time from the Jets. Fake to Flora. Shoot, they faked me out. I thought the second handoff was the fake, and they'd already given it to the first guy.
It's okay, Steve. You're doing all right.
They fool our cameraman.
Carl said he was on him.
He was on him.
I didn't see the ball either when he got up.
I'm surprised we've seen West run the offense this whole first half here, so maybe Northeastern's not going to go with that 2 QB set. I don't.
13-6 with 7 minutes to go in the
It's like
second quarter, and we got a whistle.
It's like Northeastern wants a timeout.
Timeout, Northeastern.
I think we're seeing London pile a lot more people in the defensive box area. They're finally making some
Got a pretty
adjustments.
good-sized cheering, pretty good-sized cheering section there. I was just looking at that, and no sooner I said it, Carl focused in on him. How you like that picture there? I'm looking at the picture in the window, Carl, and it's like about 6 of the same people. I wish I had a camera to shoot that. That'd be neat.
No, it is good to see the student section stay behind this team. said, they've played two very good opponents, two teams that are going to compete for their division title for the state, I'm sure. I mean, Sunbury Big Walnut is going to be up there in Division III, and Division II, New Carlisle is going to be in the fight in the state playoff picture. So.
And a lot of people don't know that we're just about 5 or 6 boys, something like that, from being in a lower division, a smaller division. So back to the play, 2nd and 5.
Well, Northeastern's gone to a very tight formation here. They're not even bringing Hicks out. He's almost lined up in a slot. That's going to be Hicks coming around the left-hand side, top of your screen.
He's turning some wheels.
Dickens got him. He got him.
They're saying he can't run, but he looked like he was picking up a little steam there. Dickens got it, but not till after he picked up the first down and then some. Went clear down to the...
Now Northeastern's being very observant as far as their offense goes. As soon as London brings too many men into the box or into the defensive, between the tackle to tackle area, they suddenly they break one outside.
Has a 20-yard run then, so it's 1st and 10 on the 25.
Back to the straight robust tee with West still under center for the Jets. That's Paul, the big fullback. He's still going. Oh my. Wes Annenberg put a hit on his legs. That's the only way to bring him down.
Yeah,
nice play.
Made him do a flip. He hides that ball, Carl, because I didn't even see the ball then until after he got it and walked away.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 5 for the Jets. So what they'll do, they'll keep running that what we call belly play, and then suddenly break either Shaner or Hicks, or Schaefer or Hicks off to the outside. That's Shaner, or that's Hicks, I'm sorry. They brought him off tackle and there wasn't really nothing there, so it's going to bring up 3rd and about 3. Well, real important there for the Red Raiders with 6:05 left to go in the 2nd quarter to get a stop here. Blake Flores checking out for the Jets. He's typically uses a blocking back for him. Gary kind of ran away for a second, so you're going to have to listen to me. So it could have its positives, could have its negatives. Full, robust backfield. That's Hicks. He's got some room. Oh, nice come up on there by Ty Blake, and looks like O'Farrell's back in the ball game. Nick DeFilippo there. I'd say they stopped him short of a 1st down. It's going to bring up about 4th and a foot. We're going to call for a measurement. Looks like they're going to call it 4th and a foot. Clock's running. 13-6. Northeastern Jets over London Red Raiders. Hicks checks out. Flora checks in. This is more like what you typically call a power, robust T backfield they're going to go with. Look for number 40, Matt Paul, following one of the big tackles. London's got to get a stop right here. That's Paul, the big fullback. He's got the 1st down. Looks like there for the Raiders, Dicken, the safety, making the tackle there for the Red Raiders. It's got to send a clue to good job by Dicken to come up and make that tackle, but a big fullback running off tackle, it's got to be tackled by a linebacker or a defensive end. You can't have your safeties making those stops. Going to bring up 4:49 left to go in the 2nd quarter. Full house backfield. Looks like Paul again, or maybe Hicks still has it. No, that's a big quarterback West for a touchdown. Carl got that one, I think. Nice play by number 14, Ben West. He's 6'3", 233 pounds, scooting around there like nothing to it. He's just a sophomore, so pretty good athlete there for such a big young fella. That makes the score 19-6. Northeastern. 4:40 left to go in the second quarter. Cosner in to attempt the to make his second extra point in his third attempt. It's a fake. That's Hicks out the pass. He's going for Flora. No, he's going for West. The quarterback that just ran that in, who's also a backup tight end, made a nice catch. So the first touchdown of the night by Northeastern. We checked the scoreboard there. 21-6. Northeastern over the London Red Raiders with 4:40 left to go in the second quarter. That was kind of a switch there, Carl. First touchdown for the Jets was a pass from West to Hicks, and the 2-point conversion there was a pass from Hicks to West. So a lot of athletic ability amongst the Northeastern Jets players. Well, London's got to put something on the board here fairly quickly. Just merely from a confidence perspective, Red Raiders have just got to get something established. Well, first time we saw Matt Paul, number 40, kicking off. This time we're going to see Cosner again.
Does the 50-50 go like that?
Go back here.
Oh, who announces it?
Looks like number 1 Costner's going to kick off. He had a 30-yard field goal against Urbana, so he does have a fairly decent leg here. That looks like Myers, number 12 for the Red Raiders. He's got a wall in front of him. He makes a nice cut. He gets around. Flora's chasing him. Looks like Flora gets him, but not till Sean Myers brings the ball back to either the London 53 or the Northeastern 47, whichever way you want to look at it. Pick on Gary there for his Canadian football. Nice return by Myers as he brings that one back about 33 yards for the Raiders. So looks like London's going to stay in their traditional spread set. Edley's back in now, tight end for the Raiders. He's spread to the bottom of your screen along with Gillespie. Top of the screen looks like Myers and Alcott. Jordan Brock still your tailback. Dickens back to, he's got a little bit of time. He loops it out there for Alcott, but covered on the play there by number 25, Bryce Hensley, who's been all over Josh Alcott all night. So I didn't see how hard Dickens got hit that time, but catch a view of some of our young Raider fans there passing out hot dogs and water. See if we can get them to come up here, Carl. Or maybe that's a piece of pizza she's got. I don't know. Brings up second down and 10 for the Raiders. Dickens rolls to his left. He's going to try to pitch. He may keep that ball. We got a flag on the play. That's going to be holding on London. Unfortunately, that's going to bring back that 3-yard pickup by Dickens. Boy, you just can't have mistakes like that. That was behind the play. The play was already passed, and London made a mistake. So, just kind of hurts you a little bit when things like that happen. Looks like our officials are going to mark off. It's like 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So that's going to bring up. And you can hear a wireless mic there, I think it's a nice addition. We saw it up at Jonathan Alder, and it was good. We didn't have any problems with it as far as that goes. So. And London's continuing to look a little confused on offense. Second set of signals coming in. It's like Gillespie at the top of your screen. It's like Myers is going to be spread out the bottom of your screen. Tight end Edley's going to stay into the top of your screen. Dickens going to roll right, looking to pitch to Brock. Brock's met hard by number 67, Jeremy Costner, Maybe that was 67. I've got a safety wearing a 67 number. That's kind of odd, but he came up and made a nice stop there. So looks like London's going to take a timeout. We'll go down, Gary. Or Carl, I'm sorry. Back up. Take a short break. Oh, Carl, you're mean. You're mean. We'll go down.
I'm back.
Gary's back. 3rd and 24 for the Red Raiders. So
I don't see Dickens in there.
we had a big holding penalty there. You're right. That does look like Tyler Buchanan checked in a quarterback. He's getting rushed pretty hard, thrown to Brock, and he drops it. So
Hit him in a bad place.
well, it looked like that play was set up to run pretty good. Tyler did a nice job of drawing the lineman to him, but I don't understand.
Hit him in the hands.
Dickens over on the bench, so I'm not exactly sure what the problem is there. He seemed to be a little bit confused there, so hopefully
Trainer's looking at him.
hopefully
Did he take a hit while he's gone?
hopefully that concussion's not back.
Yeah, that's something that can come and go.
Well, it brings up a 4th and 24 for the Raiders. Looks like Jordan Brock's going to get back in the punting mode.
Who's the snapper? Good snap.
Should be Arabia. He's back this week.
Decent punt, taking on about the 34-yard line, 35.
Nice tackle out there. Looks like 23 Gillespie and 31
Matt Russell.
and Wes Annenberg in there on the tackle for the Raiders. So
About a 5-yard return, so the Jets take over with 3:18 to go. They are up 21-6, and we're heading toward halftime.
yeah, London's got to put a defensive stop on here. I think they've got at least. I feel confident enough in London's offense that they can score a good 3 touchdowns. I would think.
This Washerman's very elusive. He's pretty smart.
Oh.
He's awful smart. He's probably picked them game film to death. Plus the scouts.
Once again, London's playing a lot of men in the box. They put Flora in motion. That's Matt Paul, the big fullback. He picks up 5-6 yards probably.
And he was picking holes too. I'm down on the bench line there a few minutes ago, and I was talking to a couple guys. So, they say they're awful slow. They are slow. I said, well, they don't seem like they're. I understand our boys are supposed to be pretty fast, and we're not catching them.
Well, if anything, the advantage typically in a second half normally goes to the bigger, stronger kids. So we'll see what kind of shape London's in. Full house backfield. That's West turning. Looks like he handed Paul. No, he's back to pass. He's looking for Shaner out there. He's got him.
Perfect.
He's got him.
Perfect call.
Myers missed him. Touchdown. Schaefer, I'm sorry. Once again, we talk about Coach Wasserman. You know, they sucked all London's men into the box. The quarterback all night long has carried out his fakes and done a wonderful job with it. Once again, I thought he handed the ball off, but
And this is a seasoned team.
oh yeah. Actually, they had only 11 starters back from last year. They did lose quite a few players, but a lot of their key people are back.
We had 3.
Yeah, oh yeah, we've only had 3, so yeah, you're right.
Plus a brand new system and no size to amount to anything.
It's like Cosner gets a better foot into that one, so
27-6. This is supposedly the worst of the 3 teams we played, and they look better than the first two teams we played, the way they're executing.
well,
I'm the band director. I'm reading you.
28-6.
Is that band now? Yep.
And what's the name only got us 31.
well, I don't know what happened to the rainstorm, Gary. Looks like maybe we might be lucky and miss it.
I had a feeling they wasn't going to come this way because when I come from work, like I said, it was raining over in Springfield, and I got closer. I got to London. It hadn't hit a drop.
Hey, Gary, while we got a chance here, I just wanted to thank you and Carl for doing the soccer games the other night. Sometimes some of our other athletes don't always get the publicity, and I was very impressed by the London girls. You know,
How'd you like my commentary? Was it good?
I thought you was going to throw the guy off the roof, Gary. I know what that feeling's like. So hey. But the girls are very competitive and playing against, you know, girls that have probably played, you know, soccer since they've been, you know, 3rd, 4th grade. So I'd be very proud of London.
Myers got a seam up the middle. He's hit high and low and brought down at about the 38-yard line.
Well, while he was gone, Myers had about a 37-yard return and had a nice wall in front of him, so it was a whole team effort there on special teams. London's got 2:24 left to go in the 2nd quarter, and we got to see if we can put something together here pretty quick. And Josh Dickin, our #1 quarterback, is still on the bench, so Tyler Buchanan's back in there for the Red Raiders.
That official might be on from their school. He's big enough to play on their team.
It's like London's going to have an equipment problem or a substitution problem, or they're going to have to send somebody out of the ball game.
Number 3.
It's like Roby checking in for Myers, but I'm not exactly sure why. Now we got Roby checking in to split in, Alcott going out the other. I can't imagine how London's doing this within the time frame. Boy, London looks very confused in this setup right here.
I know, I was looking at
2 men in the slot. They do have the proper formation. These 2 men on the end of the line, 7 on the line. Buchanan back in the sole shotgun position. Throwing the pass out here to Alcott. He's all by himself.
And he must have had a knee down.
I don't know if our camera was able to pick that up. It sure looked like he stayed on his feet, but Alcott's knees are pretty close to the ground. So.
Just like Carl was saying, when we done that switching like that, you just about knew where he was going to throw the ball.
Yeah, we might see London try a little hurry up here. They still look very confused. Receiver cores especially don't look like they know where they're supposed to be, but looks like they're going to be set. Clock's winding down here as the 2nd quarter goes on. 1:43 left to go in the 2nd quarter.
28-6.
Buchanan rolls back to pass. He steps up and he throws a nice ball out there.
And no flag.
Oh, Monte Jackson was out there on the pattern for London. It looked like to me they got a little tangled up, but I'd say 25 pulled him down. I'm not wearing a striped shirt. It looks like some of the other officials are asking the other guy.
I saw, from what I seen, Monte about ran over him.
Yeah, they got a little tangled up.
I don't know who gets
I think I saw the Northeastern player reach up and grab to make sure Monte wasn't going to stay on his feet.
Well, there wasn't a lot of questions from the London sidelines, so
I think we've seen there Tyler Buchanan does have a strong arm. I mean, I just don't know if he can take the punishment playing full time back there, because I'll tell you what, Dickin gets hit a lot and gets hit hard. There's Brock with nowhere to go.
Yeah, caught in the backfield. So we're going to be 4th and about 15.
I'm trying to say Buchanan's not tough. I'm just saying he might be more suited for a drop back passer as opposed to an option style spread offense quarterback.
It's hard to say. It makes you wonder sometimes if Dickens wouldn't be more valuable to us at another position where he took the ball on the pitch out or a handoff or something like that. Add another threat. I'm surprised Myers isn't getting.
Well, Myers is back in the ball game now, but he apparently got pulled off for first-team offense for some reason. I don't exactly understand what happened there, but looks like Carl's picking up some of the crowd there.
So we're got a B up there. Oh boy, them ladybugs bite hard.
Yeah.
Rock back kick. 123.
Might see Northeastern try to bring it here. They only got 1 man back. Ooh, they come close, come hard.
They've been getting close on almost every one.
That's Schaefer back there. He's going to let it roll this time. Alcott's going to check it down for the Red Raiders. So nice punt that time by Brock. I'd give him about a 36, 37 yarder there for the Red Raiders. So.
Washerman's wasn't too much worried about field position. He was going after the ball with a 28-6 lead. Only a minute and something to go in the quarter, first half. And the way they've been moving the ball, I guess he take the ball anywhere he gets it.
This West can throw the ball. We've seen him air it out. I mean, he's a big quarterback.
He's back to throw.
He's sending Hicks in a pattern deep. He's out there. Oh, he stopped running, Gary.
The receiver Hicks quit running. Had he kept on going, it'd been right on the money. And that was a bullet pass. There wasn't no air into that ball.
I'll tell you, yeah, you're right. If he put a little air on it, he might have had a better chance of completing it. But I'm pretty impressed right there with the way Hicks throws the football.
That's about a 40-yard throw. Wouldn't you say?
Easily, I would think. Boy, I'll tell you what, Hicks was behind the defender, too. If he hadn't stopped running,
oh, yeah.
that'd been a touchdown.
I thought he was going to run it first.
It wouldn't surprise me to see Coach Wasserman try for one more score here. I mean, that is the name of the game.
Minute and 8 to go.
I mean, that play almost worked, and they only sent one man out in the pattern there, so.
Oh, he's going to pull it all out now because he doesn't see what he can do against this team, so.
Now that's Schaefer, little tailback, 144-pounder there. Looked like Jordan Brock and Matt Russell in on the tackle for the Raiders. They're down to
I think Washington's going to
50 seconds.
Use this like a scrimmage. He's seen what he can do against this young team.
It's like one more play for the Northeastern Jets here. They're third down. Might see him air it out, Gary.
They're in tight. Everybody's in tight. Quarterback still got the ball.
West has still got the ball. He's only going to pick up about a yard, and that's probably going to be the last play of the
We're down under 20
quarter.
seconds. In the second quarter, score is 28-6. Northeastern dominating this game. And we're going to run the clock out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bingo. And then the first half. 28-6. The score of 28-6. These are our new scoreboards. And we got them a year or so ago. And it's Boulders Field, the home of the Red Raiders. Those donated by Colgan Auto and Merchants Bank. And also Kentucky Fried Chicken and Goodyear and a few others. We're in on this. And we'll see it when we get the other scoreboard. And once again, I want to thank all the sponsors for helping us out. And we're going to stick around and get the band for you. But I really appreciate some of these sponsors, because without your help, it's kind of hard to do. We just took a camera in to be redone last week, and they're going to stick it to us. So I really appreciate those little donations. Really go a long ways. Thank you, guys.
We welcome all of you to join us at the All-County Band Festival on Monday.
we just about into the halftime, score 28-6. Dr. Byers was here, wasn't he?
Yeah, Dr. Byers is here, and he's been keeping stats. Go over a couple of them here for London. 12 carries in the first half for 26 net yards. A little over 2 yards a carry for the Raiders. 3 for 7 in the passing department, but for only a net 15 yards passing. So Red Raiders in the first half managed 41 yards total offense. So not a real pretty situation there on the offense. 4 first downs, all those was in one drive for the Raiders, and that's not even the same drive that London got their touchdown off of.
Yeah.
Northeastern, we got 143 yards on the ground rushing on 24 carries. 3 for 4 passing for 105 yards. 3 touchdowns through the air for Northeastern. And I guess I sat here and watched that first half of the football game, and I don't remember 3 touchdown passes, Gary, but that's the way they've done it. Very untypical of a Northeastern team, but what is typical of a Northeastern team is very well coached. Find a plan to beat you.
Yeah, it's a situation I'm looking at right now, and it makes me wonder how bad some of these boys for us really want to play. I mean, it's just, I don't know what to think. Because I saw a better team last week out of London than what I'm seeing London play.
I agree with you there. Looked like at times London showed some very bright spots against Big Walnut. I know, people may have read it in the paper and everything, may look like London got trounced or whatever, but at times they showed some real signs of brilliance. I'm looking forward to maybe some of those signs of brilliance coming back here in the second half for the Raiders. I'm still positive about this team. I can't be real positive about the schedule coming up because if you look at next week, Utica here at home, they were a playoff team last year. Then you go to Washington Courthouse, which Courthouse is looking more and more like a playoff contender.
Yeah, they are.
Every game, massive offensive line down there, big size and some real talented players. Whitehall, who's in the top of the Columbus Dispatch Division III football poll. Four of the top teams London will have played this year. Lakewood also, I think number 5 in the Columbus Dispatch coaches poll. They're 2-0 already. Followed by we got home against Licking Valley, who's a perennial playoff contender. Columbus Bexley, who's got a tremendous sophomore class. It's just not going to get any easier. And following at the end of the year, playing Washington Courthouse, Miami Trace, who's perennially a playoff team too, and they're off to a I think they're a 1-1 start. But this schedule's not going to get any easier.
Well,
London needs to find some bright spots and build off of that.
We said that earlier that this is probably one of the toughest schedules we've had in the past 20 years, and we're looking at practically a brand new team, a brand new offense. So you just have to grin and bear it, and hope it gets better.
It's going to be some growing pains for the Red Raiders.
Carl, I got a question. Are you on a manual or automatic? Have you noticed it losing focus when you move?
Yeah.
This segment features called Technical Camera Training between Gary and Carl. So.
Well, I'm watching on a monitor, and maybe for me, it looked like when we move it very fast.
I like that one feature you put it on at the end of one of the ball games last year, where the people looked like they were kind of moving in
slow motion.
Some kind of slow motion.
Yeah.
That was.
You want to put them people in slow motion, Carl?
I got the winning 50-50 ticket number, but
I think we're catching part of the plastics falling down over top of your camera lens, Carl.
I think he's looking for.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Maybe we get Raider Man dancing or something, or maybe we. I don't. We need to find a fill-in for the Dancing Doom and see if we can.
It's called strobe.
Strobe effect. Is that what it is?
Here we got London team dancing a little bit. That's about how fast they're running.
Well, time sometimes on defense.
It's a new drill. It's called whoop-de-doo. Yeah. It's a whole new ball game. I'm kind of curious as to wondering if the fill-ins last week, maybe they was looking for a starting spot and just made things click together a bit more. 'Cause last week we had 2 or 3 people out that normally play, and they scored the second quarter and held the other team to 1 touchdown in the second half. And I know they were trying to, the other team was trying to score a big one, trying to score, so I wonder if this fella's didn't step up. 33. Annenberg, has he been in tonight?
I haven't seen much Annenberg tonight. He hadn't even taken 1 down yet on offense. Gosh, you know, I guess Jordan Brock was the starter from the beginning, so I guess he does have to be beat out. But as I said last week, you know, when you're a Wes Annenberg really hadn't had the opportunity to play that much for the Red Raiders. He got his opportunity. I think he stepped up and played very hard for the Red Raiders. He was not only a leader on offense, he was a leader on defense for the Red Raiders. He played extremely hard. He blocked well. He did everything you could ask out of a young man. You know, he finally given an opportunity to play. He does the best of it, and you know, suddenly his playing opportunities seem to disappear. I know I don't want to question Coach Calhoun, because I know, you know, you can only put 11 men on the field at a time, and you want to put your best 11 players out there. But,
I think you just did.
Yeah, I did.
And I like I said to Carl earlier, once you get on a roll, I just take a nap. Hear me, Carl? Well, these mosquitoes look like they can carry you out of here. 28-6. We're getting ready to start a second half. Raiders and the Jets. Benny and the Jets.
Hey, Terry, did Kyle Thomas break his arm?
Well, we saw Dickon have to sit down part of the second quarter because apparently it looked like he might have been a little woozy, so hopefully he's back in there for the Raiders.
And here we go. That first half went pretty quick.
Yeah, a lot of running plays there.
Jets are kicking off. We got the same people in the back. No, we don't.
Well, this is Cosner kicking off again. He's kicked them low and down the
Who's
middle.
that on this side?
There's another one. That one's going to go
33,
through the hands
that's
of Annenberg.
Vandenberg. We just
30
talked about it.
Oh, 31 had a beat on him and got him.
We just talked about Annenberg getting a chance, and sure enough, they stuck and put him in there to return. Then he didn't get a good handle on the ball, and they kind of threw things off.
That was Blake Floor, number 36 on the tackle for Northeastern. He's been kind of quiet tonight for Northeastern. Quite quietly effective, you would say. Looks like Dickens back in for the Red Raiders. First and 10 from the 20. Running the same spread formation. Looks like Alcott to the top of your screen, Gillespie to the bottom. Myers in the slot to the bottom of your screen. Looks like a fumble.
We got it.
Like Dickens fumbled it and Brock fell on it. So good job by Jordan Brock not to try to pick that ball up. Maintaining possession here is pretty important.
I think his first initial move was to pick it up. And, I think out of the corner of his eye, he saw another colored jersey and he went down because he was reaching for it at first. But the bottom line is we got the ball.
We'll bring up 2nd and 13 for the Raiders.
I hear my cameraman yawning. He's getting a little bored, I think.
He's up there inside of the tent waiting for the typhoon to hit.
Does that look like that's blurry to you?
That's Dickin rolling around to the bottom of your screen. Look out. Look out.
They did.
Looks like gets it back to the original line of scrimmage. Nice 3-yard gain there by Dickin. So bring it, it's like 3rd and about 11 for the Raiders.
I don't think Dickin's too happy with that play. For some of the people
like a lot of plays, he rolls out and he's naked. He's standing there and he's looking at defenders. It's like going to bring Alcott to the bottom of your screen this time. Try to spread the receivers high on the top of your screen on the wide side. Tight end in close to the top of your screen. I believe that's Edley. Dickin rolls to his right. Looks like he's looking deep for Myers. He throws it. That's West, the opposing quarterback, and they're going to call grounding there.
I can see there was nobody there to throw it to. That's one situation where Zach told us last week you throw it to the cheerleaders.
He might have called a face mask there, Gary. I'm not sure.
Intentional grounding.
Is that what they're calling it?
Yep.
Well, that's going to be loss of down, and it's going to set the Raiders back another 10 yards from the spot, so that's really going to hurt. It's going to back them up pretty. That might be a half the distance at that position, but that's going to back them up darn near to where Jordan Brock's going to be standing in the end zone punting the football.
Again. We had the same situation in the first half where he was standing on the end line.
Well, this time looks like Northeastern setting up a return. At the end of the first half there, they almost tried to get a block on Jordan and almost had him.
I got a feeling they're still going to come at him.
Yeah, it almost looks like they've got 2 men deep and 2 men almost in a fullback position here. It's almost like they're looking for a fake or something. Brock gets away a nice end over end. If it gets a bounce, nope, that's Hicks. Oh, he's got some territory and he's got some blockers out in front. That's Edley. Nice tackle.
Edley made a tackle there. Really good job.
Also, number 13, Cody Arabia, the snapper, in there on the tackle for the Raiders.
So the Jets take over 1st and 10 on about the 27-yard line. After London went quick 4 and out, 3 and out.
Well, that's what Northeastern wants to do. They always try to maintain field possession. And got a feeling we'll see a lot of belly handoffs here, Gary, just grinding it out. Of course, just when you think that's coming, then Coach Wasserman will switch you up and go to something else.
Don't be trying to cover your tracks. Did you hear that, Carl?
That was a nice tackle there by Derek Wallace, looked like, number 50.
He thought they might call a different play, so he gonna cover it and make like he knew. Yeah, Steve. Give me a break.
Yeah, I do the best job I can, Harry.
Oh, Harry, is it 2nd and 9 after a 1-yard gain? And wake up, Carl. 9:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. 28-6.
Nice tackle on that play last time by, looked like Derek Wallace, number 50. So. That's a pitch outside to Hicks. He's got lots of room. Anderberg, get him, baby. He got him. First down.
Anderberg's playing ball, though. Yeah. Get a shot of the skyline, Carl.
No, just
skyline out there. How about that?
Just when you think that
never there before.
Just when you think Northeastern's suddenly going to run those belly runs and pitch one wide.
Well, it's according to formation. I've been watching Washington.
Looks like number Flora. He's going to get about 2 yards.
That's
there.
number Flora.
Flora, number 36. That's Gossard, Denon, and looks like Matt Russell on the bottom.
He's going to act like he never made no mistake either. Here and keep on going. Number Flora.
Number Flora.
Good show. Okay, 2nd and 10 on the 15. Well, what you going to do this time? We've been packing up the middle. trying to call a misdirection or a quarterback sneak.
Hicks lines up deep in a tailback position. He's getting a lot of carries tonight. The last couple games, according to the newspaper, Matt Paul's been getting the majority of the carries for Northeastern, and they're switching it up a little bit. This Hicks kid's playing good.
So it makes it 3rd and 5. They can get a first down.
Yeah. Time for Red Raiders defense to suck it up right here. Got to play this Northeastern team honest, though.
They are on the 10-yard line, so they can get a first down inside the 10.
It's like Florida. Traditionally, they're blocking backs at the left halfback position, so look for them to go that way. That's where they go.
And they're going way wide.
And that's Nick DeFilippo there.
DeFilippo. He's been coming on a little better every week. And like I said before, he's a horse. He's going to be a horse.
Big stop there for the Raiders, and good. Nick showed great speed right there.
He's
Good
an
closing.
athlete.
Good closing speed.
So they're going to attempt the field goal, looks like.
Well, Klausner had a 30-yarder against Urbana, so he's going to set this up as a 30-yarder. Number 20, Chris Hicks, to hold. Remember, he threw for a faked extra point. Klausner's got the leg.
Line drive, and it's low.
A little bit right.
So London did hold this quarter so far. Now we got to do something with the ball. 28-6. I'd like to see a score or two, just to show a little more improvement over last week. London takes over on their own 20. 6:56 to go.
Well, I think
Third quarter.
London's got to look at that as a positive. It seems like, you know, they came out strong in the second half against Big Walnut after they made some adjustments at halftime. So maybe this might be maybe a second half ball club here. I don't know.
What are you eating, Carl?
They got a timeout on the field for some reason with 6:56 left to go in the third quarter.
TV timeout. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you look to your right and then back to your left, what did you see?
What did we see, Gary?
I got Keith looking everywhere, Carl.
I'm looking in the monitor. I have no idea what he's talking about. I think he forgot his medicine.
We got the assistant coach down there by the bench. I can't think of his name.
Bill Bermeley.
Bill Bermeley.
He's one of the friendlier staff members. He's always got a kind word to say.
What are you trying to say?
Say he's a nice guy.
Well, you said one of the friendlier staff members. Now, what are you? What was behind that? I put him on the spot, Carl. He's not responding. Man, there's bugs crawling everywhere today.
It's like Dickin back in the shotgun. That's Jordan Brock. He faked, or he did hand it to Jordan, and Jordan's taken down for a loss.
Has that play worked tonight?
Well, it worked against Tays Valley in the scrimmage quite successfully, but since then it seems to be sniffed out pretty easily by some of the opposition.
Yeah. It's like Carl was saying, they're probably getting too good a view of the ball. He's got a shotgun right to him, and the ball's coming up. I don't know.
Well, their defensive ends are just able to get quick penetration in there. Dickin fakes the pass on the quarterback's draw.
He's got a little room.
Nice block downfield by Myers. He's still on his feet.
Can he go?
Shanker will get him.
And a good run.
Nice run
from the 18-yard line. How many?
I was trying to add that up real quick. Looks like 10, 20, 30, 40, about 47-yard run for Josh Dickens. So that's the most positive offense London's had all night.
And he did the most of that on his own.
And nice,
Shaking tacklers, yes, but best run all year so far.
nice block downfield by Sean Myers. You gotta always give him receivers credit. He was right in the middle, putting a big block on 67, their safety. See how Dickens responds being winded here.
Dickens is a warrior.
First and 10.
He's probably got the adrenaline flowing now.
Oh,
He's ready to go. Go for it, Josh. What I tell you.
Straight up the middle again.
Didn't get off too quick that time.
Boy, I don't think that fooled anybody that time. Looked like 67, the safety in there, Crosner, on the tackle for the Northeastern. So they give that tackle to Pence, the nose guard.
Looked like the famous entry there. So now we're back.
It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Raiders.
28-6. 4:46 in the third quarter. Raiders held the first time out.
Gillespie, the top of your screen, Alcott to the bottom.
Keep his drive alive. 2nd and 8.
Myers and Edley in the slots. Looked like a potential reverse, but nothing doing there. I don't know if Gillespie was supposed to come back and try to catch that on reverse or not. That looked like a little confusion there.
I'm not sure that, but I know he had to jump over Gillespie to.
Well, and then the other thing there, I'm surprised Gillespie wasn't called for a block below the waist. The wide receiver cannot crack back coming back that direction. So I don't know if he fell down or what happened. Looked like it might have been set up to be a reverse.
And that's why I thought he got knocked down.
We'll bring
So
up
it's 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8. London's in 2-down territory here. Too far for a field goal and too close to punt. So they got two downs to get 8 yards here. Straight back to pass to Alcott in the slot.
Quick in.
Nice
Good
catch.
catch. Alcott.
I'd say that's a first down. So
Good for a first down. Move the chains. That's a good look-in pass. Alcott cut it on the run. The pass was right on the money. Good catch.
well, that's all set up by Alcott. Carrying out his fakes all night. You know, as a wide receiver, you've got to constantly make them think that they're coming to you. And Alcott carried out his fakes all the time, and the receiver just didn't, or the defender didn't stick close.
1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. Got Myers in motion. Dickens going to keep the ball.
It looks like a motion penalty on the Raiders. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but it was pretty obvious to the officials.
Myers might have turned upfield too soon.
That's what seems to call is illegal motion on the Raiders. So
Blake Flora was the tackle. I haven't heard the microphone since that one time.
Well, let's listen and see what we got. Been fairly penalty-free tonight, but there has been some.
There we go.
I think that adds a little bit to the game, Garrett.
Oh,
At least people can
Have a
understand
clue
what it
what's
is.
going on.
Because a lot of parents, and myself included sometimes, you see a signal from an official and you're not exactly sure what the call was.
Right.
I would have thought that'd be called illegal motion, but they called it illegal shift. So I guess we learned something. That's going to bring up 1st and 15 for the Raiders.
Ball's on the 24-yard line. We're down to 3 minutes. 3rd quarter. Not much action as far as scores. 28-6.
Well, London better get this play off. Yep. Too much time.
That's one of the questions that the different athletes around here have been asking me, and I don't have an answer for them.
Well, I think you got 25 seconds to get that play off, and when the official gives you the time. And
I don't have a chance.
that's going to bring up 1st and 20 for the Raiders. Dickens back to pass, screenplay. Looks like Jordan Brock. Myers on the block. They're going to call a clip on Myers. That's not pretty there.
Jordan's trying to twist it up quite a bit too there.
That's going to set the Raiders back another 15 yards from the spot of the foul and lost it down, so it's going to bring up, that was about the line of scrimmage, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 35 for the Raiders.
I'm not sure what happened there, but it looked like Brock went the wrong way on the block.
And I'm sure there's something there for, he's supposed to read which direction, you know, Myers is trying to block, and unfortunately Myers didn't get his body turned around. Oh, actually I do get repeated down. I thought maybe I'd be a loss of down, so it's 1st and 35, so.
That moves the ball back to the 44-yard line, 1st and 35. We're ready to play now, huh?
That's Jordan Brock coming up the middle there, and I don't think they fooled anybody there, so. That's going to bring up 2nd and about 37.
Second down. They lost of a couple yards.
They're going to call it 2nd and 35.
Couple more yards. Wonder what the longest penalties you've ever seen.
Seems like more confusion now again on London's part on the play.
Well, they're setting up a fake to the right and they're coming this side. What do you think?
That's a fake to the right. They're going right. They're trying to throw to Gillespie in the slot there. Nice turn in along the sideline. So that picks up almost half of what they need. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 17 or 18. Actually, I take that back. Looks like about 3rd and 20 something.
Now we go for the end zone.
3rd and 21 for the Raiders.
That was Gillespie again, wasn't it? Gillespie made that turn back to the ball.
He seems to be kind of their go-to man on what you call your control routes, you know, just your short hitches. He does a nice job of getting his body in front of the defender, and he comes back to the football, and that helps a lot. It helps your quarterback, helps your team.
And I think Dickens feels comfortable throwing to him.
This time he's rolling out the opposite direction, which is a little harder to throw that way. He finds Myers. That's going to be
close to first down if it isn't.
That's first down. That's down to about the 5-yard line. So.
I was about to say go for a touchdown, but it looked that way. A little misdirection there. Dickens was able to roll left, go back across his body, got squared up. Good catch. And we're 1st and 5 after a 2nd and 35.
We might have a long walk down to the other end here. London's going to get one more chance
36
here.
seconds. We're going to score this quarter. What do you think?
They got to get at least one play off. Alcott to the bottom of your screen, wides to the top, so
Dickens looking in.
Keeper.
He's in. And for a 2nd touchdown of the night.
Good.
So London could add another 6. So we have a score of 28-12 now. And we do have a whole quarter. We got 17 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, but this game isn't over. I hope we can keep going like this. London might. I'd love to see them pull this out.
If they can get. I know it seems like such a little thing, but if they get the extra point here, they tie the quarter. You know, so at least that's something positive instead of getting beat during the quarter. Dickens going to go for it. He's rolling to his left. He goes in.
He's in. So that makes 28-14. London's down 10 now.
Nice call by the Raider coaching staff there to try to get this game back in there.
London's down 14, 2 touchdowns. Next one. So there you have the scoreboard, 28-14. As Carl stays live and bring it right down to the team.
once again, football fraternity, nationwide
See, Chuck Spennings and Coughlin still supporting the team with the little footballs. Chuck's been a supporter for many, many years. He's one of our supporters. And we want to thank him for all the little things that he does.
I hear he's got a collection of those little footballs down there at his shop.
I'm sure he does, because he's been doing this for quite a few years, giving out the footballs, and the kids throw them out. He was doing it back when Carl's brother was here with us, so he tried to get him down the other field. I don't think the girls could throw that far. So Lennon Myers is going to be kicking off. 28-14 with 17 seconds to go.
I'll tell you what, we've seen Chris Hicks tonight for the Northeastern have a lot of return yards. And Schaefer back there too is no slouch either. London may want to try to resort to kick away from those two guys a little bit. Going to kick deep. It looks like it's coming to Schaefer on the near side.
11-yard line.
He's going to try that long return route again. Matt Russell
put a little fake on Russell.
Roby misses him.
And he gets all the way back up to the 29, 30-yard line. Was Enderberg in the first half on defense?
Yeah, he's been getting to play defense, so they have been using him some, and he's done very good on special teams tonight.
So with 10 seconds left in the third, and Jets take over first and 10 on the 30-yard line. What was the score at halftime?
I think it was 21-6, so Red Raiders, I think they did. Wasn't it, or am I wrong there?
I thought it was 28.
Maybe it was 28-6.
I didn't think they'd scored this half.
I knew my memory was going, Gary, but now I can't even remember a quarter of football. But that's the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the quarter. 28-14 as we go into the fourth quarter. London's picked it up a notch. And we still got a lot more picking up to do.
I'd still say we got a lot of football game left here, Gary. I mean,
you guys doing anything special this weekend?
12 minutes.
Did a couple stops on defense, and with the explosiveness that Dickin does show, and with the chance to get Myers break one loose or get one out to Gillespie or something there, you just never know when Red Raiders might be able to get back in this football game.
But first things first, we got to get the ball back. Carl, how are we doing on time? Okay. 3.
I was at one of our Pee Wee football practices this week, Gary, and I saw something that just absolutely amazed me, and we'll talk about it here in a second.
As London sets up. (5-4), huh?
Like going to number 5 with Schaefer there on a quick handoff, trying to...
Nothing doing. London sniffed that one out. It's about time for Washington to... Yeah, Billy Gossard.
Saw a couple of our Pee Wee football coaches actually running laps and running sprints with the kids.
Oh, boy, I know you're going to tell me it was the hunter.
The hunter?
The guy does a lot of hunting.
Oh, Roy Kelly.
Yeah.
No, Roy wasn't running sprints with him. It was a couple of the other guys. Stewart was his name. Looks like Hicks is going to go back to pass.
He's airing it out. He's got a man there. Oh, man, oh, man. 23 Gillespie. Now, Dad come and tell me about that one, because it was right in his hands. But it was a good job knocking, defending on that play.
But I got a real kick out of the Pee Wee coach because you don't really see that very often. I was just shocked to see he was talking to him and he was kind of leading them and encouraging them, and it was a real positive thing. A fellow by the name of Jimmy Stewart.
How old is he?
Young enough to do it, put it that way.
Okay, that makes a difference.
And then we had Patrolman Hutchinson from London Police Department, who's one of our coaches, and
London's going to take over on the 40-yard line. They held
he was
again.
in there with them too. So
yeah, when we had the little league, we used to run with them. It makes a big difference, though, in the numbers of age.
yeah, and then the other thing is too is that they were in certain drills, and when a kid would get in trouble for doing something wrong, they traditionally a lot of times will send him for a lap around the field. The coach would take off with him, and while he was running with them, he was explaining to him, okay, this is what you did wrong, this is a mistake that you made. I was just blown away. I've just never seen anything like that.
Okay, London's 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line.
Fake to Brock. Dickon looking to pass. He's looking for Edley.
Got it.
He's looking for Myers.
Myers makes a catch for about a 5-yard gain.
I thought he was looking for 84 Edley coming across the middle there, but at least London had a couple men out in the pattern to make them defend.
Well, second half looks a lot better. 10:38 to go in the fourth quarter, though, and we're still down 28 to 14. Turn this light off. Maybe I can chase the bugs away.
Second and 4 for the Raiders. Looks like Gillespie at top of your screen, Alcott at the bottom with Myers in the slot. Brock's coming to the near side. Nice pass protection that time for Dickon. Swirling.
And he's going to get a first down out of it.
He did.
You see when he went in the air, his feet looked like he was pedaling. He was actually running in the air.
Kind of looked like a cartoon character.
He
there,
did, didn't he? Who would it be? Deputy Dog? Oh no, Foghorn Leghorn. I said, boy, that's a chicken over there. What do you think, Carl? That's my impression of the Foghorn.
First down, Red Raiders. See if we can put one in here and make this a ball game. Dickon against Hicks. Hicks had him. Dickon's loose. He's still loose. He's loose. Schaefer's running him down.
He's going to run over.
Oh, man.
Good job. Number 5 took a hit. Dickon seen he wasn't going to fake him, so he just reminded me of a guy who used to play for London a few years back. His name was Tingley. He see out in the flat like that, he'd run right over you.
Looked like about a 36-yard run there for Dickon. Like 36-yard run there for Dickon. That was.
And we got Brock. Is that Brock coming out?
Yep. Looks like Matt Russell's checked into fullback position.
We're down at 1st and 10 on the 14-yard line.
Dickon might be a little winded. I don't know if it's going to be an injury timeout or they're going to charge a timeout to the Raiders. Maybe there's an equipment problem. There's an equipment problem on Northeastern. Dickon ran into Schaefer there on the tackle. Looks like maybe busted piece on Schaefer's helmet there. So.
Well, Dickon's down on his knee too, like you said, winded. But
tell you what, he put a bust into Schaefer right on the end of that
took
play.
a hit and gave a hit. So it's 1st and 10, and London's looking at maybe another scoring. Like that's the situation I said earlier, which doesn't make it necessarily so, but Dickon is more dangerous when he's got the ball.
Well, now you got Jordan Brock checking back into the football game, and he just checked out, and there hadn't been a play run yet. So if the officials catch this, it's illegal substitution for the Raiders. Traditional I backfield. Dickon is under center.
They're coming this way.
Gillespie at the bottom of your screen. That's Jordan Brock. Nothing doing there. Nice tackle on the play. If we can.
I don't think you really have the horses up front to make the holes.
Well, that was number 73, Phil Van Dyke, on the tackle. He's 6'5", 290. He's probably kind of hard to block.
I would say so. 290 and 6'5".
I'm sure Tyler Scott's in there giving him all he's got, but he's a big old boy. He's a horse.
So, well, we might have lost a yard. They're showing 2nd and 10. I'm saying 2nd and 11.
It's different for London. No, now they're going back to the spread. Looks like Matt Russell's checked back out. Myers checked back in.
Dickens got to have the ball. And they're going to be sniffing
He's
him
going to roll
out.
to the right. He's looking for Myers. There's Myers. Intercepted. No.
Almost. And we got a flag.
I think they're going to call that on the Red Raiders, though. Sean Myers is clapping his hands, but nope, they're going to call that on Northeastern. It looked like he was going to the ball.
Well, there was 3 of them in there, so I don't. It'd be kind of hard.
All of them white shirts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
I really didn't see him touch him.
I didn't see him touch him either. So the official on this back side over here, I don't think had the best angle on it, but
Unless he was coming back for the ball and they hit him before.
it benefits the Raiders because that's going to be a 10-yard penalty. But what that's going to do, or no, that is a 15-yard. That's going to bring up half the distance to the goal. But I'm not sure if that's going to be a first down for the Raiders or not. Automatic first down there. That's going to bring up the Raiders.
So we can't get another first down. We got to score.
First and goal from, looks like the 7, so.
Dickens is hurting.
Dickens looks
Something's wrong with him.
like he lost his cookies there, maybe. Which is traditionally a sign of, that's a sign of a concussion. Which hopefully that's not the case, but. I didn't see if he took a hard hit on that or not. I was watching the pass, so. Looks like Tyler Buchanan better get himself ready here pretty quick.
Well, Josh has been the workhorse every game so far, and he's taken a major part of the licks. It's hard to say what's going on with him out there.
Mr. Byers turning the lights back on, so he probably couldn't see his book down there keeping stats, so.
I don't know how the lights off in the middle.
Actually, I hear a helicopter coming in. Wonder if we're going to be on Football Friday night here. They're a little late getting here.
Smash.
It's a MASH unit.
MASH unit.
Oh, I hear him, Gary, so.
Yeah, I hear him. I saw some arrows on the ground outside. Now, I don't know if that was... Yeah, they're circling us. They're up in the air right over top of you, Carl.
Yeah, they might be on their way back from... If it's covering football, they might have been up covering Marysville and come down this
That
way.
is a helicopter. That's not a flying saucer. They got the camera on.
Looks like Dickens back up. He's going to have to set out a play. It's going to bring in Tyler Buchanan. With a different offensive set for London, Buchanan's going to come in at quarterback, and they're going to, looks like they're going to get the personnel in to run an I formation. So it's like traditional pro I with, it's going to be a 2 tight end set for the Raiders.
Alcott slips in there real quick, slides to the far side.
So take that back. It's a 1 tight end set, power I with Matt Russell in at the fullback position.
So look for Dickens to get the ball. Of course, Buchanan, not Dickens, but Brock. Buchanan has got a good arm.
Fumble.
And a fumble.
Buchanan's on it.
And I don't know who's got it.
He was on it originally.
He's still on the ball.
That's hard to do as a player, to come right into a ball game fresh like that. And so hopefully for the best for the next couple downs for the Raiders.
And how often do we run that play up under the center? How often do you practice it? It's just a new offense.
It looks like Dickens over on the golf cart. He doesn't look like he's got many possibilities of coming back.
I don't count him out. We still got 8 minutes to go.
Buchanan hands to Brock off tackle. He stood up. He's going to get a couple yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal for the Raiders from about the 6. There's Josh there. My guess is he's having more concussion problems.
That's his diagnosis. Carl said you got to be better at that diagnosis than you are at calling the play. Now you know how Steve is. Oh boy. So we're looking at 7:41 and we have another timeout. Is that official's timeout or is that team timeout?
I think London's taking a timeout.
28-14. Carl, what was the score at halftime? I was thinking it was 28-6. Yeah. So if that's right, they haven't scored this half. London's scored 8. It's just so far it's not enough to win this half. It doesn't necessarily mean we're going to win the game. But we did the same thing last week. Played a heck of a second half. Held one of the better teams in the area to 1 touchdown.
Well, I don't know what to make of next week's opponent, Utica. I mean, they were a 10-2 team last year. They went 2 games deep into the playoffs. Lost a lot of players. A little controversy. They scrimmaged Bexley earlier in the year. According to Bexley fans, they won 6 touchdowns to nothing, 36-0 against Utica. But according to Utica, it was only 6-0. 1 touchdown while the first team was in there. So.
Okay, 3rd and 7.
Buchanan back to pass. He's looking for Edley. He's being pushed. They're going to call interference. I almost think Edley might have been out of bounds, but he might have been pushed that way. So it's going to bring up another automatic first down for the Raiders, half the distance to the goal. So.
Was he out of...
Now that young man for Northeastern pushed Brandon just at the time he jumped, you know, which keeps him from reaching his maximum height of his jump. So not a bad play by the Raiders.
So we got a first down there?
Should be automatic first down.
Aha! That's what Brandon was hollering about when he come out of there.
Tell you what, London could be right back in the ball game here with the score.
1st and 3, and I know Dickens wants back in there.
He's still on the golf cart. He's looking a little bit more responsive.
Gino Traven, she's keeping a close eye on him.
Well, London's got the ball at the 3-yard line. Power eye set.
Got the crowd behind him.
Russell in the block. Look for Russell to lead and Brock to carry.
Russell ain't got low, dude. And he was stacked up.
Boy, number 22 there, Josh Stoltz, 245-pound linebacking junior.
Nothing doing. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage. No more. You got a lot of beef up there in front.
A lot of beef. I'm not sure London's going to be able to run that off tackle play too successfully, but it has worked a couple times.
So what would you call?
Gary, you know me, I'm not a coach. I'm just an expert after the fact.
What's your diagnosis? Carl wants to know what's your diagnosis.
I'm always an expert after the fact, Gary.
He got out of that one, Carl.
2 tight end set. It's a power formation. Pitch to Brock going left. He cuts, he's in.
London gets back on the board. We're back in this game, fellas.
Tell you what, London, you better quit celebrating. They've got a lot of game left here.
6:49. to go in the fourth quarter, and London just scored, makes the score 28-20. Now what do? We had one extra point block, didn't we? Who's holding the ball?
It looks like Tyler Buchanan's going to be the holder. He slipped up on one hold.
Kicker better get his shoe on. Did they give him time to put the shoe on?
And he gets the same 25 seconds once everybody's set and the ball's set down. So
they're coming.
Buchanan to hold.
It's up. And it is there.
It's good.
And Myers laid it through with a hold by Buchanan. Buchanan's come in and done a good job. These underclassmen are showing us what things to come.
I'll tell you what, London's back in this ball game, but
they're making a game out of it anyway. 28-21.
Oh, we got a penalty on the play, unsportsmanlike against London.
Like we needed that. What in the world's going on?
That
there?
may go on the kickoff, I think.
Probably. They can't take points away from you.
Oh boy, you hate to see those kinds of calls. I don't know exactly what happened. I didn't catch it.
There's no reason for it, whatever it was.
That's going to put Northeastern in a position to get a very nice return.
And that would, if I was the coach, that would upset me big time. Go back in this game. We don't need anything negative to stop us from the roll.
Especially on a dead ball situation.
15 yards.
Well, it's going to set up Northeastern for a nice return here. I don't think they've quite caught on yet. Their backs are back way too far.
Beautiful field position.
John Myers better get all of his toe into this one here because he's going to need it.
He's got a pretty good toe.
Yeah.
He ought to be able to send them down to about 30.
He's going to be kicking off from the London 25.
That hurts.
That hurts a lot.
After all that work to get.
Not only the momentum, too.
Well, I saw some tugging earlier between both teams.
And Myers kicks it low. Nice kick.
Out of
It'll be out of bounds.
bounds.
That's going to be a penalty. They can either... Boy, I don't know the rule on this one here, Gary.
It used to be either make them kick over.
Make them kick over, 5-yard penalty, or you could take the ball. I think in high school at the 30.
It's either 30 or 35.
Which I think if I was Northeastern, I'd make them kick it again. Another 5-yard penalty. They'd put London kicking off at the 20, but
They're just going to take it.
looks like London's sending their defense onto the field, but they may be making a mistake here.
Where are they going with that ball?
They're going to get the ball at the 50? Oh my goodness, that's a huge penalty for kicking the ball out of bounds. How the heck did they figure that one, Gary?
I don't know. It's still better than what could have happened if they stayed inbounds and they caught the ball in the 40.
Boy, I don't know how. Maybe that's a 35 plus 15, but they already tacked on the penalty. Boy, I don't understand this at all, but
Is the kicking out of bounds the illegal procedure?
That's what the call is. That's Paul, the big fullback. We haven't seen him much the second half.
Somebody's jumping on and riding.
He ought to have some fresh legs.
55.
That's Pat O'Farrell on the tackle.
He's back in the guy. I never noticed it. I remember when he came out. Oh, Lord.
Northeastern's offense is predicated on ball control and keeping the clock going, so London's going to have to start using. They got 2 timeouts left here, so they're going to have to take them at some point.
28-21.
Full house backfield. That's Hicks to Paul. Paul still got it. Look out, boys. Jeez.
Looks like they're starting to ground it out again.
It's a runaway freight train back there.
It is, isn't it?
One man slowed him down and just enough to bring him down. So. That was Gillespie on the tackle for the Red Raiders.
Down to 6 minutes. 28-21, folks.
Northeastern's not spending a lot of time in their huddles. They're coming right out and getting at it, which kind of surprises me with the lead. You think you'd take your time a little, but that takes to Paul again. Ooh, Paul runs over top of a Raider defender.
Which makes me question, was Paul in there during the third quarter?
I think he was in there. We didn't see him much. I'll tell you what, he's got fresh legs right now.
Yeah.
I don't know why they wasn't using him. I think it was last week in the fourth quarter against Urbana.
It's all Paul.
Facts there.
He picks up another 5.
I think it was against Kenton Ridge when they had the big lead. Paul rushed in that ball game 20 attempts for 140 yards, but he had 86 of those in the fourth quarter. So that seemed to be their plan against Kenton Ridge. Once they got the lead, they just keep handing the ball to Matt Paul, the big junior fullback. He's got fresh legs right now.
It may have something to do with him switching quarterbacks.
That's West to Paul again.
He's just going to tear him out. They were able to stop him on about 3.
That looks like Aaron Roby just managed to grab onto a leg there.
Yeah.
Held on to him just long enough for some help to show up, but Paul dragged him on down.
Washington must feel like it's time to score, so we put Paul back to work. London getting too close.
It brings 4:45 left to go in the ball game.
The way they're moving the ball, it's hard to believe that Paul wasn't in there.
Northeastern's
the whole third quarter.
Knocking on the door. That's Paul again.
He's in. 5 straight carries. Paul scores. They got that good field position. They didn't have that kind of position earlier in the third quarter. So now it's 34-21. Which puts a little extra monkey on our back. We've only got 4:31 to go in the fourth quarter.
Well, Dickens,
time is against us now.
Dickens putting his helmet back on. It seems to be going to rejoin his teammates on the sideline, but I think at this point he might be setting out the rest of the contest.
Yeah, fumbled.
He's going to pass it. A whole gaggle of people there. Who's got it? That's O'Farrell.
It doesn't matter.
Incomplete.
It was on inside the goal line, so incomplete pass. 34-21. So we got 4:31 to go in the quarter, last quarter. 34-21.
Taking a while. Well, should give a little shout out for the 8th grade football team who beat Madison Plains this past Wednesday. Unfortunately, Madison Plains won the 7th grade game, so a little switcheroo there.
There you go.
I think last year the London 7th grade won and the Madison Plains 8th grade. So that class that's coming through, that's the 8th grade right now for London, it seems to be a pretty talented bunch.
You'll see them in a year or so.
Well, this sophomore class here was basically undefeated as an 8th grade team. Did lose their final ball game in overtime to Bexley, who Bexley was undefeated also. So,
it's a new ball game when you get in high school.
Oh yeah, but this sophomore class is very talented. Looks like an onside kick.
Good
That's
catch.
77 Ty Blake picking it up.
And he did the smart thing, just cover the ball.
I think that kind of surprised him.
Yeah, I think he did too. He did a good job of hanging on to it.
It's in your breadbasket, and you're like, what do you do? And he did a nice job.
Didn't that happen last week? That happened when I kicked up to Russell. Yeah, they didn't give us field position. Now let's see if we can capitalize on it. Does Paul play both ways?
Oh yeah.
Where's he at?
I thought he played a defensive end, but maybe I'm wrong. Looks like Dickens back in quarterback for Red Raiders. He looked pretty woozy getting off the golf cart there. He wanted to get back in there, and they're letting him back in. I hope for his sake he doesn't have a concussion. Look out, boys.
Nowhere to go that time.
That's the opposing quarterback, David West, right there, who plays defensive end for the Jets.
Took him for a loss. So now it's going to make it second and about 14, 13. Ball's on the 42-yard line. We're down to 4 minutes to go in the cockpit. London has hope there for a while. Just makes me wonder where Paul was.
Boy, West was all over in there again. Surprised West didn't get his hands up and block that ball down. He was rushing hard, but
somebody's got to block him some kind of way.
Yeah.
He's just walking in untouched.
No, that's obviously, if you've watched any films against London, with this particular setup, very susceptible to a quick defensive end out there. You might even want to put a safety to play defensive end, just somebody quick who can cause some havoc there. David West has been causing havoc all night for the Jets. 3rd and 13 for the Raiders. Dickin rolling to his left, trying to pass. Gillespie down the sideline.
Myers. And Myers is still on his feet up to the 30-yard line.
First down, Raiders. London's got to hurry
Dickens
up.
does a real good job throwing back across his body.
Here's a situation where London needs to just hurry up and get their play off. They got Northeastern panting and not ready on defense. London could signal their play in quick and be going, but heck, you might as well huddle, Gary.
Yeah, you got to catch them off guard.
Well, at least getting down into the ball game here. You need a couple scores. Dickens throws to Myers. Looks like he drops it. Number 10 out there, J.R. Clark, the backup quarterback, playing cornerback for the Jets on the defense.
We're down to 3.5 minutes now. 34-21. It was looking pretty good till they run Paul back at us.
Well, Northeastern had been running 2 quarterback set all year. Looks like maybe number 14, Ben West, the sophomore, might have won himself a quarterback job here tonight.
I don't know if he's running another quarterback. I never paid much attention to who the quarterback was, but Washman made a statement that he didn't care what people thought. He was going to run 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I never really noticed whether.
2nd and 10 for the Raiders. Dickens barking out the signals to the receivers. Looking to his left. He's looking for Alcott on a looping pass. That's intercepted. Northeastern's coming back on that. So I guess number 25, Bryce Hensley, is cornerback there for the Jets.
Going for the coffin corner, and that's what it turned out to be, a coffin.
I think that's what you call a zone pass, where Dickens just instructed to throw it up to a certain zone of the field and try to get Alcott to run under it, but they had that thing sniffed out pretty good.
And how you figure Alcott's going to run under it? What is he, about 5'6"?
Now we see some of London's faithful start heading to the exits here. Don't give up on these kids.
Yeah, this is where you beat the traffic.
That's Paul coming around the corner. That's going to be a holding penalty on Northeastern.
And London's going to get 1-2 for a late hit. DiFilippo he looked like he tripped. DiFilippo.
Unfortunately, sometimes it's just what the official sees. I don't know if those were offsetting penalties, replay the down, or exactly how this is going to come out. I mean, London's might have been considered a dead ball foul, since maybe the player was already down. So that way we'd march off both penalties, march one way and one back the other. So.
I've seen that happen before.
Oh, we've seen them here last year. It seemed like they marched back and forth, back and forth. I think it was 2 years ago, Gary.
They get it right somehow.
We had multiple penalties. They're explaining everything to the captains out there.
Sound like somebody's coming through on the CB.
Well, let's see what's going to happen here. Looks like maybe initially they're going to mark the ball back from the spot of the hold, 10 yards. Should be replay the down, and then add 15 yards back. And that's going to make it actually first down Northeastern. That penalty on the Red Raiders was real close to a first down. That really hurts right there. It's going to bring up a second. Actually, replay of the down, so it's going to be first and about a foot, looks like.
Yeah, it's not much. Oh, they're moving the chains.
Yep, they're going to move the chains. So that penalty gave that really hurt.
He said first downs. What are you talking about, first and about a foot?
That could have been first and a foot because it should have been replay the down 10 yards back from the spot of the foul and then 15 yards up. So depending on where they marked the penalty at, it could have actually been first and...
But if they give you a first down, don't you automatically move the chains to a first down situation?
Not if it's replay the down.
He didn't say that. He said first down. Shut up. Carl, what do you think? Carl's quiet.
It's like Hicks is going to option. Oh, somebody got a hold of him.
Yeah, somebody got material and slowed him up.
Yep, looked like Derek Wallace got a hand on him, but couldn't quite bring him down. He's a big quarterback. Got to get more than just material on him.
Is he 6'5"?
2 minutes and 29 seconds left to go in the ball game here.
34-21.
The Raiders haven't been the beneficiary of too many turnovers from their opponents so far this year either. In fact, I'd aim to guess that there hasn't been any. So that's Paul, the big fullback again. That seems to be their game plan in the fourth quarter. He's going to be close to another Jet first down. Maybe a yard short. 3rd and 1.
Ball's on the 39-yard line. 3rd and 1. 3rd and 2. But with Paul there, that's
kind of easy picking sometimes.
Seems like it.
When you got a runner like that.
Nothing stacking up.
The old robust T offense. Set. It's like Paul, he's tripped up.
Yeah, he's tripped
up.
up.
Nice tackle there by, it looked like
Billy Gossard.
It was Billy Gossard and Jordan Brock. So it's going to bring up 4th and London's going to take a timeout here. It's going to bring up 4th and about 2 yards, but I look for Northeastern just to go for it. Try to seal this ball game here. You get a first down and it's pretty much over.
I'd say it's over. But we're seeing 21 points. And good second half for a while.
Been trying to study a little bit about Utica next ball game, which is here next Friday night. They were a playoff team last year. I think they're going to be a pretty fair football team again this year. I mean, I don't think London's going to have any letdown in their schedule right here. And after Utica, it just gets uglier yet. So
this was one of our, hopefully, victories we thought we might get. But it is a victory with 21 points. It's not a victory for the team, but from what I'm seeing, we're having some good moments. We just haven't put it all together yet.
And I'm very impressed by this Northeastern team I'm seeing. I mean, at the Division 5 level, I think this team could go 1 or 2 games deep into the playoffs. So I know
strong.
Coach Wasserman wants to get back to the playoffs. He was a little bit burned by. It seems like every time they get in, they lose by 1 or 2 points to somebody. Last year, they lost by 2 to Bainbridge Paint Valley in the first round. So these kids are a little hungry to get back here, I think.
So we get this clock rolling, 34-21.
And Lennon jumps offside, which is just what Northeastern wanted him to do. Get the automatic first down, move the chains, and pretty much put an end to this ball game.
Big number 99, is that Denham?
Yeah, just got a little over aggressive there.
No, as soon as I saw him get up there, he realized he was in the neutral zone. He's, oops, try to tiptoe back. Big as he is, you're going to get caught.
Well, Gary, I remember a couple Northeastern games I've seen where we've had monsoons, so I guess tonight was a beautiful night for
We had a
football.
monsoon. We did taped one. We did one from a tent. We were all in the tent.
1:19 left to go in the ball game. That's Paul again. Who wouldn't have guessed that? I bet Carl could even got that one right.
Carl is on you now. 34-21. 1:13 to go, and they're just going to be they're going to grind it out. Excuse me, Carl, I didn't mean to do that.
London's going to take their last time out of the ball game here. Not sure it's going to do anything for them, but
How are we doing on time, Carl? 2 what? Just a little bit. It's hard to believe those 2 soccer games took up the whole thing. It's usually a football game.
well, with as many running plays we had, I would have thought this ball game would gone by pretty
okay,
quick.
yeah,
We've
we'll be up.
had some injuries. And Northeastern should just be able to run 2 more downs and
I think they're probably
go home with a victory here.
Is the
Might take a knee. But
team up? Is the coaches up? Are the coaches up there, Carl? Probably. Here we go again. What's up with that?
that's going to be close to another first down for the Northeastern. That's just what they were looking for. Boy, it almost looks like they were trying to do that because the reaction of their players were of extreme excitement that they managed to get London to pull offside. So looks like
Well, London, we want the ball back big time. So we're taking
first down. So now they got 4. Now they got 4 downs instead of 2 downs to run a minute 13 off the clock. So I don't think you're going to see Northeastern even hand the ball off here. Maybe that's a prediction, Gary.
That's another diagnosis, Carl said. The diagnostic, Steve. Dr. Smith. Oh, no. So now they're going to take a knee because
They're gonna need to
London
take-
don't have any timeouts, do they?
Might need to take 2 more knees here.
Now you take it, fake a knee, and send somebody long.
Yeah, that's,
And I wouldn't put that past Washington.
I don't know what Northeastern's doing here, but they've got to get at least 1 more play off here. And they may be flagged with the delay. Actually, from looking at the time left on
I don't
the
think
clock,
the officials are going to stop it.
actually,
He didn't even put a knee down.
yeah, it's kind of interesting they would blow the whistle in that situation because he didn't even put a knee down. But that's going to be the ball game here because by the time they start the 30-second or 25-second clock, it's only got 18.4 left on the clock. So that's going to be the ball game.
That's ball game. Final score 34-21 after a really good 3rd quarter for London. Then all of a sudden it just caved in on us. So
Well, once again, like I said, I think London needs to find some of the positive things and try to build off of that. They don't get any easier, Gary. I mean, Utica's going to bring a good football team in here, and then we start the BAC schedule after we get Washington Courthouse out of the way, and that's almost like a league game anyway. So I guess we're going to run upstairs and do a little final here.
Number 3 weekend, everyone.
what, final score, like you said, 34-21. London came back in the third quarter. Looked real good. I don't know what happened to Paul in the third quarter, but London was good. Looked good. They come back and outscored them. And then next thing you know, they put Paul in there. But I did see some improvement in the game, in the team. And what do you think?
Well, I think the Red Raiders, like I said, I keep saying it, they got to find little positive things and try to build on that. This is a very young football team. These kids need as much support as we can give them right now.
Okay, and
you see them, tell them to keep their chin up and
is
keep
your
working
microphone
hard.
unplugged? Okay, so I just looked at the microphone's on downstairs. But anyway, people stay behind these kids and come out next week and get behind them against Utica. At least we did. We are scoring now. The team's looking better. Like I say, remember, they're just young kids and they're just high school kids. So in the meantime, this is Gary McNeil.
And this is Keith Smith.
Speaking for Carl King, saying see you. Smile.